Alright, we're going to wire in an LED light bar. You'll see that I've mounted a aftermarket light bar, LED light bar on my NP300 Navara. All I've done is basically get a aftermarket bracket kit that fits around the ECB nudge bar. This is a low loop nudge bar. It's around about 76mm thereabouts. So I've wired the LED light bar through the grill, and the connector is currently just tied up in there. You'll see if I can get, yeah, there's a connector in there, and then it runs off. It will run into the engine bay shortly. Guys, I bought this steady wiring harness kit for the NP300. What you'll find is the NP300, like most things that I tend to buy, it seems, have a little special way of doing things. You'll see down here, it's the high beam little T-piece connector. That's going to plug into the rest of the wiring harness, sort of loops in, goes to the high beam, so on and so forth. Guys, what you really have to do with the NP300 is driver side high beam, remove the battery box. It's 4 bolts. The battery box is actually easy to remove. And then that was a pig to get off. But basically, if you insert a flat blade screwdriver underneath the plug, you slide it in, pop it sort of down, force it down, so underneath, force it down, and then this comes off. It was not easy, it took me about 15 minutes mucking around. I'm going to mount the relay somewhere here on the chassis, probably up here actually. Then one goes to your positive and negative terminals. I think it's a negative terminal, it could also be the chassis. I'll have to check. The steady wiring harness kit is great, but it does not come with instructions, which really is annoying. I've routed it through the firewall there. That's to the inside switch. Now it is a little white connector similar to this. You've got to push through that into the firewall. It is a pain. Fortunately, my firewall plug thing was already cut because I had a CB radio and a Red Arc Tow Pro already wired in at some stage. So I just sort of cut some more. Well, it wasn't easy again. Then what it does is it comes around, I'll show you inside. Comes in up under the glove box. You'll see that's the cable there. It's tucked in, and incidentally, the glove box in the NP300 is really easy to get out. You literally open it, pull towards you on one side, then sort of twist on an angle so that these little tabs either side pop out, and it sort of hooks over. It's actually really simple, and then you can get some more access. I then ran it, the switch cable, under here, in here. Now, that looks dog ugly. The reason that I'm using that is that comes with the kit, but Steady also make an insert, a push button that fits perfectly into these. That arrived yesterday, and all the pins inside were bent, so it's completely useless to me. Now, to get this out, I googled it and it said lift up. Now, yeah, that's all well and good, but you've got to be able to get a grip on something. But I can tell you right now that this thing here doesn't need prying. I did try here and I've got a little dent, so don't try prying. It does pop out. I wonder if I can demonstrate. It's all clips, it's all pops out. Don't be rough, but be firm. It is easier when this is actually out, because I popped it back in yesterday and there was just a hole, so then I could pull my finger and pull up, but it does come out. Let me see if I can set it up here. I don't have a stand, unfortunately. I just sort of really got my hands in and got a grip. You can sort of see it giving way already. You've really got to pull. Now you pop it out. Now if you've got the STX with the seat heaters, there's 2 plugs in there. It allows you to flip it forward and sort of sit it like so. But yeah, that's all cool. Incidentally, what I did actually while I had this out is never drill through the bottom of that, by the way, because there's air conditioning running the air for the back of the car. What I did was from here I could sort of get my drill and drill in sideways, and if you'll see, I've brought my USB cable in here because I'm charging an FPOS machine in my glove box, so I've run it under and through here and into the glove box. Pretty cool. Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff when you've got that thing open. It's really cool. Be very careful in there too, because your SRS module for your airbags is in there, so be careful, guys. So what's left to do is I've now got to mount this relay on the